Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to teach you about weaving in loose ends, which is a really important part of your knitting project. No matter how big or small your knitting project, you will have at least two loose ends when you cast on and when you cast off. For the purpose of this project, I've already weaved in the casting off loose end, but the casting on one is still there. As you can see in this project, I have multiple colors and therefore multiple loose ends that have to be weaved in. Okay? Weaving in these ends is something that you just have to take care of when knitting a project. You don't have a choice. It's not hard, but it's really important because it gives your knitting a project of like a finished look. And you have to make sure that all these ends are invisible as well. And it also prevents the loose ends from unraveling and becoming loose and therefore causing your beautiful project to unravel. It needs to be done slowly and carefully, but it is not hard, so don't worry. Whenever you need to leave a loose end in your project, just try to be mindful of leaving at least about 6 inches of yarn, enough to weave in securely. You will need a yarn needle or a tapestry needle. And the most important thing is that your yarn can fit through the eye of the needle. It might take a little effort, but it'll get through. Again, as I mentioned in the last clip, an important strategy with weaving is to plan ahead where your strands will be. And I, again, strongly advise that you join new colors on the edges because it's just easier to weave in that way. So, if your yarn ends on the edge of your work, I would recommend that you stitch them in along that edge of your work. All you have to do is make sure that it is invisible. Okay, so let's do this for example. All you do is you just work it in along the edge so the yarn is secure. You can just do a little stitches, double stitches along the edge. Straighten it so it's not bumpy. Just little stitches along the edge. And that is called weaving in. We can go back again just to make sure that it's doubly secure. Straighten it out. And then I have lots of yarn, but I used it all. I don't need that. So you cut it and then you can just adjust it so that the end disappears into the project. Okay, so let's just do the red one just again. This blue one obviously I'll do another time, but for the purposes of this video I am going to secure the red yarn, weave it in along the edge, make it flat, weave it in a little more, flatten it, double it over so it's very secure and it doesn't unravel, and one more, and I would say that's pretty secure. We can cut it and just let it disappear into your project. And there you are. This one, the white one, I did already. So all that's left is the blue one. And that is how you weave in your loose ends.